the cellos are on the edge of their seat. So this is what we can't do when we're in class, so now you know. When we sit edge of our seat, feet right on the floor. Okay? All right.
Did everybody get tuned?
I didn't.
Who needs to be tuned?
I said, did you?
Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from?
The person that we told was behind you. Isaac. He felt cello. Remember? Yes, the guy who wrote cello on his hand. To not forget the cello. And reading just to not forget his cello.
We still got 3 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. It's okay.
All right, good evening. I think we're ready to get started. My name is Amy Tanaki, and I'm one of the orchestra teachers here in Sycamore. In front of you is Mr. Cruz, which some of the students have never even met because he's student teaching with me, and I don't see all of you. So this is Mr. Cruz, and he's going to lead you guys today. And Mr. Tanaki is wandering in the back, but he will be accompanying on the piano. There he is. And we're excited to play some songs for you today. So our first selection is called Rolling Along in our book, but it's Mary Had a Little Lamb. Song 19. while they're waiting to get their songs in their book. Perfect. So that was Mary Had Her Little Lamb. And then we lost the little lamb, which means that we took one of the notes in our songs, an F sharp, and we made it an F natural. We took the sharp away. So the students are reading the same music, but they have to make a change in their head and make it a different note, which means they're doing something different with their fingers. And then, of course, we have to find the lamb because it feels wrong to just have her lost forever. So that's our fun change on Mary Had a Little Lamb. Our next tune is that was the first one, Lightly Row, which is song 22. We played Mary Had a Little Lamb, I believe, on the December concert, right? But it was pizzicato, which means to pluck, and now we've done it arco, and we added a bow lift. So they're making little progress and steps to the same songs that we played earlier in the school year. So here's Lightly Row. This is a fun game we like to play. He teaches half the classes and I teach half the classes, and we think we're on the same page. We were not on the same page. So I was making sure we're on the same page, but now we're good. But for the next concert, Tanaki, we're gonna have to tell the West and Southeast kids he's doing it differently than I am. Anywho, we'll bicker at home later, it's fine. Okay, next, hot cross buns and burnt cross buns, same idea with the Mary Had a Little Lamb. We're gonna change the song a little bit. We're gonna take a pause in between. Song number 70, Hot Cross Buns. That is a great song for our beginners because it teaches patterns. So we have the same 3 notes over and over again, but it teaches them to look for those patterns in the music. It's also the first time they have a repeat sign at the end of their music, so they have to remember to go back to the beginning and do it again. So all those little symbols that we're reading in the music is a skill that we have to learn and practice and over again and make easier. Our next song is French folk song. This song is our longest song, has 3 whole lines in the book, and it covers notes on the D and the A string. It has patterns in it, like hot cross buns. It has the D major scale, and it also has some skips in it too. So it covers all the things in one beautiful song. So French folk song is 106 in your book. Okay, it's only 6:09 and we're almost done. Which is crazy. We've worked months on this music and it goes super, super quick. But they have been practicing really hard. And crazy, this is the first time that they're doing these songs together, right? Because North and North Grove are both here together and they've never practiced together. So it's really nerve-wracking for us. We're like, well, we hope it goes well. And somehow it always does. It's beautiful. So good job, guys. I'm going to go over a few announcements and things because I have you all in one room. So I want to make sure you have some things that have been in the newsletter. Hopefully you're getting, parents, the Orchestra Notes newsletter and reading them because we try to put all the info in one spot so you have everything. Sometimes we forget stuff, but we try really hard. So one announcement is that we have lessons next week. So we have one more week of lessons so we can see all of our lovely students and go over star chart songs. So yes, we have lessons next week. Yes. Do we have lessons next week? Yes. They just said no. Did someone just say no? Yes, we have lessons next week. Okay. We have a summer camp. We do a really fun orchestra summer camp that's 4 days. It's always the last week in June. And there was some info in that in the newsletter, and it's also on the back of your program. There's a QR code. You could scan that and sign up for camp. All the 4th graders, which will be 5th graders next year, get to play together. We do some twinkles and we do some star chart songs, and it's really fun. So if you have that in your schedule in the summer, that would be super fun to see all of you lovely friends at the middle school. We get to be in the middle school orchestra room, which is super cool. That's my room. It's awesome. So you should all come and join summer camp. And you get a cool shirt. I won't tell you what color it is, but it's always a fun color for the summer. Another thing, yes, you're going to keep your instruments over the summer. This is a big question. We would love for you to come to summer camp, but also come up with creative ways to practice at home. Have an orchestra buddy over, play songs together. You could do twinkles, under the stars. You can be all kinds of fun stuff. And parents, you are accumulating rental income. So you want to keep that instrument because eventually when these lovely, beautiful musicians are in middle school and they're on a full-size instrument, then you can take some of that money to purchase your very own instrument. So it's really smart to hold on to it. If you turn it in over the summer and then say like, oh, we'll start again in the fall, that closes your account, you lose all that money. And that's no fun. So you want to hold on to it. If you're moving or have change of plans, make sure that you give the instrument to us. If you're going to Florida, don't take it to Florida. And don't leave it at Southeast in a random room because we won't know it's there. So make sure you turn it into a Tanaki. Either Tanaki is fine. Mr. Cruz won't be here. But turn it into a Tanaki and then we'll make sure it gets back. Last thing. If you have done your 30-day practice challenge, I got one today. If you have done it and you would like to turn it in, you can give it to me or Mr. Tanaki tonight or next week. And we will acknowledge you on social media and do some fun things at school. So that's turn in, and I think that's all of my notes. Okay, so we're going to end with our Twinkle variation. We're doing one variation and a theme. And that is our last song for you. Thank you so much for supporting your young musician on this journey. We hope that they stick with us all the way through senior year. On your way out, make sure you check out the first place state championship trophy that the high school music department won. Yeah. Woo-hoo. There's lots of trophies out there, but there's an extra special one. We're pretty proud of it. It's the first time it's ever happened in school history. So this is a really cool thing to be a part of. We obviously love it. We've dedicated our lives to it. So we would love to see all of these little fourth graders stick with us all the way through senior year. Get to be with Tanakis forever. All right, so our last piece, Twinkle variation and theme. that. Okay. Awesome.
Just want to say, great job. It was so fun.
Good to see you.
Oh, Thea is my next door neighbor.
Oh,
So
okay.
Sunday night we were sitting there, and she goes, I have my first concert on Thursday, and I want you there. And I'm like, you know me. If a kid tells me they want me
You're a
there,
sucker for
I never say that. And my granddaughter danced and to come on the other side till 5:48, so I just
So you
came
could
right
just,
in.
yeah.
Boom. So we're tripping up the stairs in the dark, but we made it.
Thank you for coming.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's start with some of the tempos you started with. That's something. I think the volume on the piano is good.
Okay, I forgot to ask. I was supposed to ask after the first song. Okay. It's too late now, but just fix it for the memorize the volume.
Should we, after the first song, stand up, after the last song, stand up? I don't know. Yeah. They kind of got me last year.
You guys have been building on that state championship, have you? I went and looked at the previous trophies. How long have you been here?
Me? 27 years.
27 years.
Not me. He's old.
Yeah.
I'm I'm just 18 years.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. So it looks
Yeah.
like since what, 2020? Since 2020, you guys been like on
Yeah,
that path.
yeah. We just kind of like started gaining. Yeah, it's been slow.
I was involved in a lot of stuff when I was in school. My mom was a teacher at Mooseheart
Oh,
for
okay.
kids, and she was also a music teacher. And I swear, I played football. I did all that. What you guys pull off is way harder than a football championship or baseball championship.
Well,
I
can
don't
we
know
get that
about
in
that.
writing?
I tell everybody that. That's awesome. Very
Thank
proud.
you.
Thank you. Good evening. I think we're ready to get started. Yay. Welcome. My name is Amy Tanaki. I'm one of the orchestra teachers here. Wow. Thank you so much. In front of you here is Mr. Cruz. He has been student teaching with me for the past 6, 7, 9 weeks, something like that. And Mr. Tanaki's in the back on the piano doing some accompaniment parts. I'm your MC for the evening, so I'm going to give you some educational tidbits about all of the songs that we have been practicing and learning about, because everything has an educational purpose, always. So we're going to start tonight with song number 19 in your book. And this is called Rolling Along, but we know it as Mary Had a Little Lamb. And we have made the song extra fancy because we lose our lamb, lost the lamb. We make it sad. We take a sharp away from the F and make it an F natural, which means that we have to do something with our fingers differently, but it looks the same in the music. So we have to kind of make a mental note and kind of alter a note. And then it would be really bad to just leave the lamb lost forever. So we find it. So it ends on a happy note. So we're going to do that song all together as one big song. Ooh, should we do some prep? Violins and violas, this is the first time that they're sitting on chairs besides our first concert, because we stand at the elementary schools for our lessons. So we're all going to sit on the front of our seat so our feet can reach the floor and our backs are nice and tall, so we can have beautiful left hand and right hand posture. Yes, okay, I think we're ready. Our next song is Lightly Row. This is song 22 in the book. And this is the first song that comes in our book that has skips, so we're skipping notes. Up until now, we've been moving by step, which means we put one finger after another, but now we have to skip notes, which means we're skipping fingers or putting multiple fingers down together. If you remember, back to the December concert, we played Mary Had a Little Lamb, but pizzicato, which means to pluck. So it's kind of neat to see the progress that now they're doing it arco with their bows, and we've added bow lifts, and we're repeating it, so they're doing the next level with the same tune. So here is Lightly Row with a bow lift as well. Our next tune is Hot Cross Buns, song 70 in your book. Hot Cross Buns is a classic beginner tune because it teaches us how to look for patterns. We have the same measure a few times in the song, so that teaches us to look for patterns in the music. And we have a new symbol, which is a repeat sign. So that means we have to go back and play the song again. But having to remember all those little symbols and make sure that we're reading music and focusing to remember to go back is a skill that we practice over and over again till hopefully we get it right. So here's hot cross buns. Yeah, hot cross. Our next song is French folk song, song 106 in your book. French folk song is one of our favorites as orchestra teachers because it uses all the notes in a D major scale. We have a scale at the very end of the song. There's patterns again that we have to look for, and it's in 3/4, which means there's 3 beats in the measure instead of 4. 4 feels really comfy and balanced, and 3 feels a little not as balanced. So it's a good skill to do something in a different feel. Are we ready? They look ready. Well, we're 10 minutes into our concert. We're almost done. So it goes by really fast. We've worked really hard on these songs together as a class. They've also been working on many songs individually. They kind of move at their own pace, but these are the songs that we want to make sure we can practice all together and have a performance to show all of our progress. But I also want to note, this is the first time they're all playing together, all of these songs. We do it separately at each of our schools. Right? Thank you. Yay! And it's a fun moment for us, also a little scary. So we just hope it all works, that we all just come together, we've all been doing the same thing, and that we're listening and watching, and somehow it always does come together. But kudos to you guys for being good watchers and good listeners. Before we play our last tune, I want to go over a couple of important announcements, some that were in the Orchestra Notes newsletters. So parents, if you've been getting those monthly newsletters, I hope you're reading them. We spend a lot of time putting all of our info into one spot so you have it. So we have a summer camp that happens every June, and it is open to all incoming 5th graders, that's you guys, and middle school students. And it's the last week of June, 4 days in the morning at the middle school, which is super cool. You get to see the middle school orchestra room. And it's super fun. We have a really good time playing all together. We do some twinkles, we do some other songs. So if you have it in your schedule, we would love to see friends at the summer camp. We also get a cool, fun shirt. It's always a different color every year. And I can't tell you, it's always a secret until we get to camp. There's a QR code in your program on the back, and that will take you to the link directly to sign up for that camp. We have lessons, one more week of lessons next week. So we will see everyone next week for lessons during the day, and we'll do some star chart songs and some other fun things. So do we have lessons next week? Yes, okay, there's always confusion, but yes, we have lessons next week. If you've completed the 30-day practice challenge, I got a few tonight at the concert, from the first concert. We challenged everyone to practice 30 days before today to prepare for the concert. So if you have these, you can turn them in to either Tanaki, or you can turn them in next week at our lesson, and we'll celebrate next week sometime, and maybe on social media with some fun things. So turn those in if you have them. Lastly, you do keep your instrument over the summer. That's a big, awesome thing. We want you to come to the summer camp. But it's fun to practice over the summer, do some fun like orchestra play dates, get together with orchestra friends, practice some twinkles, under the stars, and come up with some creative things to do. But parents, most importantly, you are earning rental income, some accumulation on all of this instruments that you're renting every month. It gets saved at the rental company, and in a few years, when these lovely musicians are in middle school and ready for a big middle school full-size instrument, a part of that money that you've been putting towards rental goes to the purchase of an instrument. So if you return this to us at the end of, like if you turn in tonight and you're like, oh, we'll just start again in the fall, then you lose all that money that you spent this year. You don't want to do that. So you want to hold on to those instruments. And we want to see all of these amazing musicians stay with us all the way through high school. We have orchestra through 12th grade, and we're pretty proud. If you leave, you should check out the trophy case, because in that trophy case for the first time ever is a state champion #1 trophy for the high school music department. First time in school history. Big deal. Woo-hoo. And all of those musicians at the high school started somewhere. They started here in 4th grade in orchestra, 5th grade a band, the elementary school in the choir. It starts here, and it's really cool to see their progress. I think those are all of my notes. Yeah. So let's end with our Twinkle variation and theme. This song we have learned by rote, which means they've listened to us play the notes and they play it back. There's also a few notes in their book that they can kind of use to read along, but most of it has been done by ear, which is kind of neat. So this is our last song for you. Thank you.
does hurt.
That's the other side of it. So yeah, and basically, I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
All right, Alex, mom.
yeah.
Shannon, unfortunately, he will be out of town the week of the camp, but she is very much interested and will stick with it. It'll be a good practice.
Yes. Yeah. We're making. Huh? Yeah. I know. We took her name tag with the last concert, so I got to go dig it out. Or. Yeah. Thank you. Great. Good job. Bye. Oh, is your mom here? Huh? Is your mom here? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Is she? Yeah. No. Yeah. Does she live in Sycamore? Yeah, she lives across the street. So you can unpack, leave your cases with your donuts, and then once you have your instrument, conversation, you'll find your name, she's Sam. Sound good? And then someone will share it with you. I hope. Oh, great, yeah. Well,
You're over there.
it's my first time.
All right, good evening. Welcome to our fifth grade. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. My name is Amy Tanaki. I'm one of the orchestra teachers here in Sycamore. In front of you is Mr. Cruz, who's been student teaching with me the last 9-ish weeks, 7, is it something like that? So some of the students have never seen Mr. Cruz. So, hey, this is Mr. Cruz. How exciting for that. This is fun. We get to just put everything together and hope it all works. And Mr. Tanaki's in the back adding some harmony on the piano. So the Tanakis are the orchestra staff here, grades 4 through 12, and we're so excited that we have a 5th grade concert for you tonight. So I'm going to be your MC. I'm going to talk you through some of the pieces, all the things that we've been working on, and some announcements. And we are going to start. I'm also going to talk through so the students know what's happening. This is the first time we're playing these songs all together. So let's all cross our fingers together. And no, it's going to be beautiful. We're super excited. So our first song is Can Can. And that's song number 92 in your book. And the awesome thing about 5th grade is that we get to add harmony. So the 4th graders have been doing everything in unison, which means the melody, one note at a time, so that we can all hopefully listen and play together. And now that we're in 5th grade, we have the melody still, but we're going to repeat. Everybody's on line A the first time. And then when we repeat back to the beginning, there's an optional harmony part. And if you would like to do line B, you can, if you've been practicing it. Tonight is not the time to experiment with line B, just so we're all on the same page. So here is Can Can. Our next tune is Sailor Song, number 107 in your book. This song is great from a teaching standpoint because it's in 3/4. That's our time signature. That means we have 3 beats per measure, which musicians usually like to have 4 beats. Comfy, cozy, it's balanced, it's even. But here we have 3 beats, so we have to practice that it's okay to have 3 beats. And our dotted half notes are 3 beats long, so we use a nice long bow to hold those out. And the song has skips, it has some arpeggios, so instead of moving note by note, putting one finger down after the other, we have to skip and make sure that we know how to read our music. And we've added a repeat sign to this song, right? Yeah. So we're going to play it twice. Okay, Sailor Song. Our next song, Variations on a Familiar Song, number 142 in our book. This song is in the key of G major. So that means that we have F sharps, but C naturals. So as a string player, we're going to do something different with our second finger on one string than the other string. And in cello land, we're going to use a different finger instead of second finger, third finger, fourth finger. We're going to do all kinds of different things. Basically, it means we have to learn something new and practice it. So here is variations on a familiar song. Our next tune, Pop Goes the Weasel, number 176, in your book. This teaches a new type of bowing. So Mr. Cruz is going to demonstrate for us. We have a thing called a hooked bowing, which means we're going to play a note, stop our bow, and then play it the same note going the same direction. So up until now, we've trained our brains that if we have a new note, we go a different direction, back and forth. But now we're going to stop our bow, but keep going in the same direction. Demonstrate. Makes it look so easy. It's like he's practiced for years and years. Beautiful. Nice job. You get an A on student teaching. Done. So this tune has that, our hooked bowing. It's also in 3/4, 3 beats per measure. And we've added a fun thing on the repeat. On the second time only. Don't give it away on the first time. Second time only. We're adding a fun glissando on one of our notes, which is kind of a prelude to shifting, which happens next year in middle school, where we're going to take our hand and put it in a different spot on the instrument, learn new notes, or learn how to play the same notes in a different way. So this is like our first little exciting trip to moving our hand. So here's Pop Goes the Weasel. I apologize that they've been practicing that at home over and over and over again. But it's for a good purpose, I promise, an educational purpose. Our next tune is Cripple Creek, 188 in the book. And friends on stage, you have 2 options to play the song. You can do line A the whole time. Line A, repeat, line A, repeat A. Or read it like a book, A, B, A, B. Okay, hopefully they're all with me. So this is a fiddle tune, and if that was confusing, perfect, because they're just as confused. They have to read like the roadmap of there's repeats, and I go back to the beginning, then I go to the second line, and then I repeat and go back, and that's a lot to keep your eyes tracking on the music. So that's one of the things that this piece focuses on. So here's Cripple Creek. All right, well, we're 10 minutes into our concert, and we're almost done. So we got all dressed up so fast. But we've been practicing really hard on these songs so we could perform them all together for you and show our progress. But they've been playing other songs too. Individually, it's kind of neat that they can move at their own pace. We have students that have finished first star chart, second star chart, moving on to the third one. So not just the songs that you're hearing tonight, but hopefully you're hearing all kinds of songs at home that they've been practicing hard. So that being said, if anybody has a finished 30-day practice challenge, like Miss Molly handed to me today at Southeast, woohoo, I would love to collect those tonight, or you can hand them in next week at our lesson. And we're going to celebrate on social media and maybe at school doing some fun things. So I will take either Tanaki. You can hand them into either Tanaki, your 30-day practice challenge. So I'm going to do a few announcements while I have you all in one room so we can go over some things before we play our last tune. And the first is we have lessons next week. Yes, so tonight's our concert, but we still have a lesson next week so we can celebrate and tell you how fantastically awesome you are and do some star chart songs and other things. So do we have lessons next week? Yes. There's still going to be confusion, but yes, we are going to bring our instruments to school and have lessons. Okay. We have a summer camp. Lots of friends did it last year, and this is cool because now that you're going into 6th grade, you get to do the summer camp with the other middle school students. So we get to play some fun songs, and we get to do not 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, but like 4-part harmony stuff. It's a big step, which is pretty cool. So I would love to see all of you at summer camp. That's the last week in June. It's 4 days. There's information in the newsletter, and that's also on the back of your program with the QR code. You can scan that, and it should take you right to the link to sign up for summer camp. And you get a cool shirt. I'm not telling you what color. Last year it was orange. New color this year. Even Mia doesn't know. Oh, wow, it's a secret. Okay. I have sent home a official 6th grade sign-up form, and I am so proud of the 32 parents that have filled it out. Good job. You get a gold star. It means nothing, but good job for filling that out. I'm still waiting on 13 yeses, hopefully, that we are doing orchestra next year in middle school. If you're undecided, you should just decide yes. You get to have me every day. We practice all together every day. We make so much progress in middle school because I see you every day. And you are all invited to come to the middle school orchestra concert next week on Wednesday. That date is also in your program, 7:30 here. You get to hear 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. We're playing a pirate song. We have a viola concerto. Mr. Dubois, who is the viola professor at NIU, Mr. Cruz's viola teacher, is going to solo with the 8th graders and do a concerto. It is going to be super cool. Free tickets. I mean, it's just crazy. So you should all come out and get to see what you get to do next year, which is pretty cool. Go to my notes, 30-day, check. If you are moving, I know there's some friends that are moving to Florida, I hear, and some other places. Please make sure you turn in your instrument to us before you move to Florida. If there's anyone that has a change of plans, make sure you give it to a Tanaki. Don't leave it in a random room at your school, but hand it to a Tanaki so we know, make sure it gets home safe. And I think that is it. Okay, we have one final tune, Rockin' Strings, and I'm gonna be crazy and propose that we do Rockin' Strings, but then like super rocking at a faster tempo. Does anybody want to do a faster tempo? Okay, optional. We're gonna do Rockin' Strings, which also has a harmony part, which is cool. And we're gonna do it awesome tempo, and then optional crazy tempo, faster, up to Tanaki how fast it is. He looks thrilled. He's like, what are you doing? Oh, Ada says don't leave it up to Tanaki because it will be cooking Rockin' Strings. Okay, here's our last tune, Rockin' Strings. You can sit. Okay. Thank you, friends, family, parents, for supporting these amazing young musicians. Make sure you take a picture at the Step and Repeat, our orchestra banner out there, and also swing by and check out the state champion #1 trophy that the high school has won this year. First time in Sycamore history. Woo-hoo! It's a pretty big deal. Yay. And all of those amazing high school students that earned that trophy started here at the beginning stage. We're all beginners. So we got to keep this going, guys. No pressure. But we want a #1 trophy for like every year, because that's super cool. So I hope I see lots of you next week at the middle school orchestra concert. And thank you.
Can we take a picture before they leave?
Oh, yeah. Do we want a picture? Sitting or standing? Sitting. Okay. Look cute. We're smiling. Sit up tall. Love it. Tanaki's out of here. Are you leaving? Just like, no thank you. Picture, we're smiling. Let me move out of the way.
Oh, you're in. I get it. Okay.
Are we in the picture? Okay, now we're in the picture.
Okay.
Yay. Okay. Save that, because when you're seniors, we can put it up on the senior slideshow. It'll be super fun. Yeah, it's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. Save it. Parents, don't listen to them. Just save it. Okay. Have a good night. Thank you.